I don't think I've got any of the chorizo or the Parma ham, but I'm sure it's going to taste good without it anyway. Oh yeah, you can taste the chorizo, the Parma ham. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Googie's Kitchen, and if you are new here then hello and welcome. My name's Alexis, and in today's video I want to share with you how to make my delicious barbecue meat feast omelette. As I just mentioned, today I want to share with you how to make a really delicious omelette recipe. So this recipe is really easy to do, and this is a great recipe to have to hand. It's great for summer, but it's also great in winter as well. It does use a bit of barbecue sauce in it, which just adds a lot of flavour to it, but it also, if it's raining outside and you wanted a barbecue, then this is a brilliant alternative. And also this is a great way to have a barbecue in the middle of winter as well, I have to say. So the first thing I've done for this is I have preheated my oven to 200 degrees, and now I'm going to do is I'm going to add some potatoes to the base of this baking tray. So this is a Pampered Chef baking tray, so it doesn't really need any oil. I'm going to put some oil on the potatoes to help them to go brown, but it doesn't really need any oil. What Pampered Chef stoneware does is it takes out the badness from the food and leaves the goodness. So I'm going to add the potatoes to the base of this pan, and as I said, I am going to drizzle some olive oil over the top. So I'm just going to grab my oil, which is here. I'm just going to drizzle the oil over the top of the potatoes, and then I'm going to grab my oven gloves and I'm going to toss the potatoes in the oil in the pan. And I'm going to put these in the oven now for about 10 to 15 minutes just to start them cooking. The reason I do that is because I've found in the past when I've cooked potatoes and I've just thrown all the egg on, they tend to be a little bit hard still. So I think they need a little bit of time to cook in the oven before you throw the egg and all the other ingredients on top. So as I said, I'm off to put these into the oven. And while the potatoes are in the oven, I've grabbed myself a large saucepan and I'm going to put this onto a high heat on my hob. And then I'm going to add a little bit of oil to the base of the pan. Not too much, because I'm going to cook some chorizo in this in a moment. So this is the meat feast part, is the chorizo and the Parma ham. And the chorizo has a lot of oil in it already, so you want that to come out in the bottom of the pan to flavour all the other ingredients. So I'm only adding a little bit of oil to the base of the pan. And before I go and leave this pan to heat up, I just want to say that if you have enjoyed this video today and you'd like to see more, then please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And if you did really enjoy this video today, then please feel free to give it a big thumbs up. And if you have any questions or any comments, then please leave those in the comments section below. Everything like that really helps me out and I would really appreciate it. So yes, as I said, I'm going to leave the pan to heat up. The pan is starting to heat up, so I'm going to add the chorizo to the base of the pan, and I'm also going to add some Parma ham as well. So in the original recipe, this serves 4 people, but I'm making this for 3 people today. So I'm only using a third of the ingredients. So I've got 120 grams of chorizo that's gone in there and 3 slices of Parma ham. So you can use more than that if you want to. You could use 3 to 6 slices of Parma ham, and you could add all the chorizo if you love it. I'm trying to make ours slightly healthier by not adding too much, so that's why I've only used the amount I put on the list of ingredients. So I'm just frying this chorizo until the oil starts to come out, and also it starts to go a golden brown colour, which I think it's starting to now. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add in 1 leek that I have just removed the top and the bottom from, so I cut off the scraggly bits, and then I've just sliced it into 1/2 centimetre pieces, and I'm just going to pop that into the base of the pan like so. That pan's getting slightly hot, so I'm just going to turn the heat down a little bit. And I'm going to fry the leek until it starts to soften. So the leek has started to soften now, and what I'm going to do is I am going to add in 1 red pepper. So I've got 1 red pepper here that I just simply sliced the top from, remove the core and the stalk, and then I just sliced and diced the flesh. Obviously if you're serving 2, then you can use half a red pepper, or if you're serving 3, then you could use 3/4 of a red pepper. I just decided to use the whole red pepper. I'm trying to get more vegetables into my husband and son. It doesn't seem to be working too well at the moment, but I'm still trying, so yes, I'm going to fry the red pepper now until this starts to soften, and this may take a little while to soften. Pepper is quite a solid, chunky vegetable, the flesh is anyway, and it does take a little while, but please persevere and keep going, and eventually the pepper will start to soften. It normally takes me about 3 to 5 minutes before it starts to soften, so I'm just, as I said, I'm just going to continue to fry the pepper. The pepper has started to soften too now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in 1 courgette. So I just simply peeled and grated the courgette. You don't have to grate it if you don't want to. You could put it in chunks or slices if you want to. My husband and son generally don't know that I add these things to their food. So it's a way of getting them to eat it without too much fuss at the dinner table. And also I find that if I grate vegetables, they tend to cook down a lot quicker and they make the food a lot tastier. I don't know if that's just me thinking that, but I do find that it does make it a lot tastier. So all I'm simply going to do now to these vegetables is just add a little bit of salt, not too much because we have the salt from the Parma ham and the chorizo as well, and then a little bit of pepper, and again not too much for us because we have the salt, the pepper from the chorizo. So I'm going to just mix those in, and I'm going to set this aside now and leave it to cool for a little while, and then once this has cooled I will come back and I will prepare the eggs for the omelette. I've cracked 4 eggs into a bowl and I've whisked them together, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the chorizo and all the other ingredients to the egg and just simply mix that round until everything is covered in the egg basically. I don't like waste, so I'm trying to scrape the bottom of this saucepan as best I can. So I'm just going to mix those around like so, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in my barbecue sauce. So I have a barbecue sauce by a company called Dr. Will's. This has no junk and no gunk in it. It is really delicious, I have to say. I mean, it's got no like preservatives or additives or anything like that. It's just simply the barbecue sauce in here, and it does taste really good. So I'm going to do 1 more for luck actually because it is that good. So I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of barbecue sauce, and I'm just going to mix those ingredients together now. And then I'm going to go and get my potatoes, which have been cooking in the oven for a little while, and I'm going to add all of this on top. So the potatoes have been cooking in the oven for about 15 minutes. And they are starting to turn a little bit of a golden brown colour, as you can see in certain places. So now what I'm going to do is just add the egg mixture over the top like so. And I'm just going to shake that around a little bit. And I'm going to pop this back into the oven now for about 25 to 30 minutes, or until it goes a lovely golden brown colour, and that will be our dinner done. So yes, I'm going to put this in the oven. The omelette has been in the oven for a good 25 minutes and it's turned a lovely golden brown colour, so I'm going to take this out and leave it to cool for a while, and then I will try some and let you know how it tastes. But it smells amazing, I have to say, so I'm really looking forward to this. As promised, I'm going to try a little bit of this omelette now. So I've got some of the egg, some of the potato, and a few of the vegetables as well in here. I don't think I've got any of the chorizo or the Parma ham, but I'm sure it's going to taste good without it anyway. Oh yeah, you can taste the chorizo, the parma ham. You didn't need to put any in your mouth. And you can certainly taste the barbecue sauce in that as well. So that is delicious. And I'm really looking forward to having this for my dinner this evening. That's how you make my delicious barbecue meat feast omelette, and that recipe I will link in the description box below for you. As I mentioned earlier, we're going to be having this for our dinner this evening, and it smells and tastes so good, I can't wait. So for now, that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and please feel free to leave any comments below. And please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. See you all soon. Bye.